Good morning, and sorry for the really late response on the report, but I got tied up yesterday. I looked at about 11 different contractors for the elevator. I'm reporting on 6, but I've got one choice. My first choice, which is far and above the best choice. They knocked it out of the park. Not only do they offer the most services, they're also the least expensive. So anyway, let me. That company's Paramount Elevators. So I would like to get a vote to get Paramount to be our new to rebuild our elevators. But let me go through the reasons why. The primary reason is that, well, they're going. It's not so much that they're the least expensive. They're the only contractor that's offered to become the general contractor. All of the other elevator contractors wanted us to contract our own electricians, our own HVAC, our own fire people. And as I'll explain later, that was a real nuisance. It means that we have to write extra, we have to sign extra contracts, we have to pull our own permits. Just a nuisance. But Paramount is coming in at $180,000, which is really inexpensive. And they're covering all the contractors. Fire is included, HVAC is included, electrical is included. And not only is electrical included, but they're actually adding superior, the electrician is bringing in superior services that the other electricians are not bringing in. I was really impressed. So, second reason is that when John came in, who's the president of the company, clearly he knows his stuff. He's got more than 25 years experience. But he went beyond that. He kind of spec'd out all the other stuff himself. And really the same day I started getting phone calls from, hi, I'm Daryl from Fire City. I'm there to spec out the fire stuff. He showed up, I gave him the tour. He said, fantastic. I report to John. That was the end of it. Same with electrical. Not so much with HVAC because I think we may, but that's included anyway. And $180,000 also includes the interior cab. Most of the other companies include interior cab, but for a lot more than 180 grand. However, my vote, the vote that I want to propose, is actually going to call for a budget of $225,000, and I'll spell that out now. $180,000 for a Paramount elevator. $5,000 for a data conduit that requires a separate vote because it's not exactly elevator related. I'll explain that in a bit. There's another line item for $11,000 in elevator doors. Elevator doors is something that John wanted. I do not. The reason why I do not is because I think our current elevator doors are perfectly fine. They just need new rollers. They need to be cleaned. They need to be serviced. But once you do all that, they're going to work just fine. Maybe have them painted. I'm including the line item anyway because we may be required to change the doors because our doors are so old they don't have the 2-hour fire rating sticker on them. However, I plan to lobby the fire inspector and ask him to give us a pass on that, in which case we get our $11,000 back. Option B is we may replace 1 or 2 doors, not all 20 of them. Okay? So we'll have that option as well. Now, all of you know that nothing ever goes wrong in these projects, but just in case it does, I'm also budgeting in $30,000 for unexpected bills. A cushion. If everything goes right, then we get our $30,000 back. If the elevator doors go right, we get our $11,000 back. So theoretically, we're getting brand spanking new elevator, and this is assuming that we go for the extra conduit as well. We're getting both brand new elevators, top of the line stuff. Not the most powerful, by the way. We're running a little bit slower than I wanted, but that's because we're stuck with 100 amp service to the roof. For 185 grand. Phenomenal deal. I mean, you just can't beat this. I've talked to all the other contractors. He just knocked it out of the park. Okay. All right. So what about this contractor that I like aside from the price? Well, first, he clearly has a good relationship with the subs. I mean, to be able to spec out what your subs are going to charge and to include it in the price, that goes a long way. The fact the subs showed right up, it was almost like he kind of created like a play, like a parade. I just sat there and he just marched his people, past me, and it was just really well done. I asked Fire City to handle our fire monitor system. Poof, it got done yesterday, just like that. We're paying $40 a month for the elevator monitor. They're going to do it for $9 a month. Stuff like that. That's just a ragingly good deal. The subdirectory that I'm linking to also has pictures of our new cab interiors. I picked 2 of them out. We have a $20,000 allowance for that. We're also getting new floors. New rubberized floors, I think, are really cool. HVAC is included in the proposal, but I have a proposal for $3,800 that includes a 2.5-ton Mitsubishi system. They've agreed to allow us to use our contractor, and we would claw back $3,800 for that. So that works out well. This is a big deal. Nobody really gives a crap about it except for me. But we have 40-year-old aluminum conductors running from our ground floor up to our penthouse. Now, yes, you can refinish the ends of the aluminum conductors so that they stop sparking, but aluminum burns. And aside from the fact that copper may be required for our permit anyway, all of the other subcontractors, electrical subcontractors, were not planning on replacing our copper. That was going to be an additional X amount of dollars. I'm not even sure how much. Paramount is doing it in their $180,000 proposal. I mean, I can't figure out how he's doing it so well, but it's included. We're getting the aluminum conductors replaced with brand spanking new copper conductors. And on top of that, we may actually get a spare set of copper conductors, perhaps another 100 amp line going up into the place as well, which would be a very nice feature. I already talked about the exterior doors. New penthouse doors a new penthouse door is also included. That's a big deal because our current penthouse door we would have to take care of, and it would clearly fail inspection now. Also, when we replace with the new engines and the new controller, we're going to be reclaiming a lot of space up in the penthouse. And I've already marked out a spot that's going to become the new network room. This network room has already got a purpose. I've already shown it to AT&T and a possible third party. They both signed off on it. They both loved it. It's for the condo's benefit. And the walls and the enclosure are being included in the price for $180,000. It's not really that big a deal. It's just, studying out some walls. It's, not outrageous anyway. But that's included in the 180, so it's effectively free. And I'm selling the space to another network company, so we actually make money off of it. The fire alarm monitor is not included. However, they already installed the monitor system, and it's going to take care of the fire backflow system. So we should get our permits taken care of there, and it's also a requirement for the elevator anyway. I already talked about the elevator monitor. They're doing it. They want to do it for $9 a month. We're paying something like $40. This is a big deal. Paramount is offering a 1-year warranty on their elevators. Second year is $450 per month for both elevators. I assume year 2, year 3, year 4 is just the same. The other companies were coming in at $600 per month for both elevators. All right, so what that means is Paramount has enough confidence in their work that they can do. They can keep our elevators running for $450 a month. Good deal. I like it. I'm really impressed. Okay. I don't know if I've said this already, but they are acting as the general contractor. The other contractors require us to hire our own electrician, HVAC, fire, pull our own permits, sign our own contracts. This guy's handling all that for us. We're just writing 3 checks and signing 1 contract. Well, 2 contracts if you include the fire monitor. So that takes a lot of responsibility off of our shoulders. Paramount came to me by reference. They found me. I didn't find them. It came through through a contractor that I was trying to deal with, but he's got a very good reputation apparently. That is about it. The other contractors were very, they range from $500,000 down to about $200,000. So Paramount is clearly one of the least expensive as well. All right, so I'm going to do another video on that. I'm at the 10-minute mark.